Hi everyone, we are back with the AmBIssadors today. I'm Vaneet,
And I'm Lo.
and today we're just going to have a little bit of a fun video. It's not going to be too long. It's just us talking about some bisexual memes that we've seen online that we really enjoy. Just a little bit of a laugh.
So it's been quite a dark week, but today we're filming on kind of a special day, right? Because Biden has literally just been announced as the winner on the day we're filming this. But we know it's been a really stressful week for a lot of people. The UK, well, England has gone back into lockdown, so that's been stressful. The election's been happening, that's been stressful. There's a lot of really hard, dark stuff going on right now. And we just wanted to chat a little bit about memes, about some things that make us laugh in a bisexual way.
So, Lo, do you have any favourite bisexual memes that you've seen on the web?
I have so many favorite bisexual memes, if anything, like too many. I also used to run my own bi meme account.
I remember. Are you still posting on that?
Not very regularly, but if I like think of something, I will. But they were very niche memes, right? They were like very text heavy memes about my own bi experiences that I think like two people related to. The most popular one I ever made was when It came out, and it was like the clown It. I forgot its name. Then it's the name of the film.
Pennywise, yeah.
Pennywise was in the drain and was like, "Hey, people respect and accept bi women down here," and then it was like someone jumping down into the sewer to like get down there. That was the most popular one that I made because so true, right?
I'm surprised you didn't make one where it was just like we're all bi down here. It's like
maybe I'll make that one tonight and post it.
That's like a perfect Halloween bi meme, which is like I think a lot of bi people are quite into Halloween as well. I mean LGBTQ plus people in general, but like
Christmas.
Yeah, like it's basically it. So one of my favorite ones was actually one that kind of blew up because it was one that my friend made on the back of and it still comes up every now and then, and it gets so much attention. But my friend made a bisexual meme for me. He's gay. He's a great ally because he made a meme for me after Bisexual Men Exist blew up, and it was he made it because he said it felt like it described me so well. But it was the Scooby-Doo meme, and it was like, well, let's see who's really under here. And it said bisexual under ghost. And when it pulled off the mask, it said bisexual, still bisexual, but now annoyed. And I was like, it was like, that describes you so well. And then I think I put it up on Twitter, and it just went viral. And then I found it on a few Instagram places. So I put it up on Instagram, and then it blew up on there as well. And now I see it everywhere all the time.
I remember seeing that one, and I was like, it's so real. Like
it is. It really is.
That is how I feel all the time. The other one of my other favorites is I can't remember the comedian's name. He plays Lincoln in Broad City, but he's like sitting at a desk, and it's got all of the flags. It's got like the bi flag, the pan flag, the omni flag, the poly flag, like all the M-spec flags. And he's like, oh, these are pretty much the same. And then the next one you think is going to be like, invalidating it. And then the next panel is like, but they have important differences that matter to like the people who use them. And I'm just like, I love a bi-pan meme that's about respecting each other's identity,
Yeah, and I think the great thing about memes, it's like a really good way of conveying information in a way that's kind of funny, or it's like taking a format and sometimes you can use it to just inform people. Mm-hmm. Like I think that meme is like, it's really great because it just informs people about something, but it uses like fun imagery. Like I saw one where a lot of people know the sort of Venn diagram memes that go around a lot. And there's ones where it's like a lot of different ways that people can identify as bi. So, which obviously people can use different labels as well, but you have like regardless of all genders, regardless of gender, and then love all genders, love more than one gender, love two or more genders, there's all the different ways. And in each of the sort of Venn diagrams, it just had the bi flag. And it was like, it's still bi, it's still bi, it's still bi. And I thought that was really great because it was showing that like a lot of people do go, well, if you are that definition, you are pan. It's like, well, actually, you can still be bi, and that still does come under bi. All labels are valid, but it doesn't mean that someone can't use one over the other.
Yeah, I think the most common like bi meme that everyone has seen is the pie chart, right? Where it's like listen to men, listen to women, listen to non-binary people, and it's all different amounts, and then it just kind of says like still bisexual in the middle, which is like an OG meme. But like you said, it is just a good way of reminding people. Like I often find that for young people in particular, memes are like, and for me even when I was still on Tumblr, like memes are how I started to learn about like discourse and queer identities and stuff in a way that I just hadn't before.
I think there is like a Venn diagram, not Venn diagram, a pie chart meme as well for bisexual, which is just like one of those jokey ones where it's like bisexual, but in blue, and it's just like, like, oh yeah, I'm bisexual, like that's how much I'm bisexual, and it's a really fun one.
I also like, I've seen another one like that where it's like a breakdown of like, when's it okay to like ask a bi person about their dating history, and then it's like never, 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 or like none of your business.
Like I do quite like the fact that I think bisexual people always find a way to take a meme and use it to make a joke about bisexuality, in really inventive ways as well. Like, you know, the butterfly meme where it's like, is this blah blah blah, and someone got that and flipped it so it was like a double version of it, and the butterfly was bisexual, and on one side it's like, is this straight, and the other one was like, is this gay, and it was just a butterfly in the middle with bisexual, and I was like, that's great because you like doubled the meme up, like it's hilarious.
One of my controversial memes on By Any Memes Necessary was that format, and it was like the butterfly was like incorrect definitions of bisexuality, and then it was like, is this a reason to be biphobic? Because I see that so much when people take an incorrect thing about bisexuality where they're like, well, bi people don't date trans people, and I'm like, where did you get that information?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people say that before as well, where people go, well, why do people even use bisexual anymore? Why don't you just use pansexual? And it's like, we shouldn't have to change our definition or change the label that we use for ourselves because some people happen to be ignorant and seem to use the incorrect definition. And actually, if you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, I feel like it is your job to learn about everyone else in your own community. If you don't, then you're not actually standing for your community, you're standing for yourself. Just saying.
Dropping some true facts.
What other memes have you seen which you've really enjoyed?
I like the one, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like like knights around a table and they're all putting their sword in. And like a couple of variations, but like a great one is like bisexuals, pansexuals, asexuals, and it's like being raised even within the LGBT community. Or like shape memes are great as well.
Yeah, it's like also the similar level. Yeah, I've seen one where it's similar, but it's like hands in. Or like
like the wholesome one of like bi women, lesbians, like bi men. It's like just loving women in the middle, you know, which I relate to.
It is nice when we use memes to just have like celebrate ourselves as well, which is always fun. So yeah, having ones like that where it's like loving and respecting women, and it's like because there's also like a lot of very biphobic memes out there that I'm sure we've all seen. I've not actually seen a lot of biphobic memes specifically. Have you seen any of those?
I've seen some, like mainly rad femi type things about, I don't know, bi women taking energy from lesbians and giving it to men, which I've heard that said so many times and I still don't know what it means.
Like, I see that argument so much where it's like bi women are obsessed with men or sent a man, and then it's like, huh?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, I just can't understand that at all.
When I think about my life, I think like you and a couple of like my friends from home are like the only men in my life. And then people are still like, oh yeah, centering men. And I'm like, I can't remember the last time I like spoke to a man. It's been at least 3 days, you know? And also people who are like married to men or have a lot of men in their lives doesn't make them any less bi.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't love women as much as like anyone else.
No, it's always funny as well when people will say that we try to like appease straight people as well, and I'm like, when was the last time I spoke to a straight person?
Strong energy, yeah, especially in lockdown. Like,
Yeah, right. Especially in lockdown, like it's that joke that people always make as well when they have like that one queer character in a film or TV show, and it's like that's just not realistic because they always say it's not realistic to have multiple queer people, and I'm like, no, that's more realistic. Queer people don't talk to you. Like, the reason you never see queer people is because we literally do not talk to you.
I do love memes that are at straight people's expense as well.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
seen many of those that like?
I can't think of any, but I definitely have seen some. I've seen one which isn't necessarily a bi meme, actually. it was a trans meme, but it was like taking the expense at cis people, which I know I'm cis, but I found it funny. I was like, that is true. Where it was like trying to explain gender to cis people, and it was like a toddler and a teacher, and then it was trying to talking about gender with trans people. And it was like really like philosophical artwork, and I was just like, that's pretty accurate to be fair.
It is, yeah. I like a lot of like memes. Actually, helped me realize that like, oh, I think I'm gender fluid. Like, I've talked about this on this channel a lot, but like I came out as bi really young, really early, and like I've always known I was bi. It for me, the concept of like not thinking I was bi is foreign to me, you know. But like, even though I always felt like not a weird way, but like I knew there's something going on with my like gender identity for a long, long time. But I was like, no, all girls sometimes think they're nothing or think they're a boy, like, ha, you know, like classic denial. And then it wasn't until I started looking through like meme pages, like Facebook meme pages, I was like, why do I relate so hard to all these memes about being genderqueer and gender fluid? And then one day I was like, and that's why memes are so important, right? Like I'm definitely far from the only person who's been like, haha, I really relate to this meme about some queer identity, but I'm not, you know, I'm not that identity. And then eventually been like, okay, I've looked at enough of these and related to enough of these now to think maybe I am.
What memes did you relate to very heavily when you were like questioning your gender fluidity? Is there any you remember?
Oh, I don't know if I can remember any like off the top of my head, but just like, you know, because the classic bi meme is about being indecisive and not being able to make a decision.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of overlap with that with like gender fluid memes about like, what gender am I today? I don't know. Just like spinning a wheel of just like picking a gender, or just like one of my favorites is just like pointing to stuff and being like, that's my gender. And someone's like, well, that can't be your gender. And you're like, this cup is my gender. Like, so a lot of that when I was going.
I've seen those memes and it always makes me laugh.
Yeah. When I was going through like realizing that I could still sort of be a girl and then at sometimes not be a girl, because the way I think this is the first time I've talked about my gender expression on this channel.
Go for it.
The way that I like describe my gender is that womanhood is like my base camp, is where I like start off, but then I go on little adventures where like for a while I go through like periods of feeling agender, I go through periods of like feeling more mask, like all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, like those kind of memes of just like, I don't know what gender is, anything's gonna be my gender, really helped me to like let go of that idea of like, well, I look like a woman all the time. You know, I look like a mask woman, but I do look like a woman. Like, and just because I feel like a woman sometimes doesn't mean that I have to always feel like one or always relate to that. So again, those memes were like really helpful for me for like understanding that I could just like sometimes be agender, sometimes be mask, sometimes be nothing. Who cares? I
And
don't.
I think that is really good. Like I think memes can serve a lot of purpose. It's not just having a little bit of a laugh, but sometimes it is, like you said, poking fun at straight people, so it's poking fun at the oppressors and the establishment and stuff. Like people use memes a lot in political areas, right? We use memes like take the fun out of Trump and stuff. Like it's a thing that we do to have a joke at the people who are above us, in a sense. There's also is educational, not only for educational for people who are questioning their gender or sexuality, but it is also for people who are within it and learn about themselves, and teach other people as well. But also, yeah, it's also a way to like really celebrate yourself, which I think is always it's always nice to have that. Like I do really like the indecisive one that you mentioned as well.
Yeah.
Like it was like there's always that one which I always see where it's like, are you a Converse buy or a Vans buy? And it's like, imagine trying to make like, and literally everyone's replying saying yes or both or like I can't decide. It's like and everyone's just like the comments to this show. There's nothing that you can have
Yeah.
and just have a bisexual person make a choice. Like there are these two things. Bisexual people are like, can't do it.
It's like, oh no, I've asked the bisexuals to make a decision.
Yeah.
They won't.
Like, imagine trying to get them to make a decision. Can't relate. Like,
I also really love I've seen a lot of distracted boyfriend bisexual memes where it's like, he's with his girlfriend but he's looking back, and then there's like the different gender person that he's looking back to, or like he's looking back at a guy, or it's like, oh, being straight, being bi.
yeah.
I love the bi version of like distracted boyfriend meme. Which, have you seen that there is like a very bi version? It's an actual picture from someone's wedding where he's with his bride, but then there's a guy in a Speedo coming out of the sea on the beach that they're on, and he's like,
I did see that.
It's just like the natural bi progression of distracted husband meme.
Oh my god. Honestly, and we have to stand that. Like any form of bisexuality is just like latch. That's ours now.
I do love that, like, I think something I'm seeing quite a lot is bi people embracing the idea of being not problematic, but of being like, yeah, sometimes we live up to these stereotypes and that's kind of funny. Like,
yeah,
indecisive thing is a stereotype about bi people, but we've just reclaimed it as a joke. And the like getting distracted by other genders is a stereotype about us, and we've reclaimed that as a joke. Like, it doesn't matter what hurtful comments you say about us, we're going to turn it into a meme.
Yeah. Like I even for my book, I've spoken to people as well, and like we talk about like dating and relationships a lot, and it's like I'm having conversations with people that are like, well, yeah, I get labeled as slutty, but then I just lean into it. And it's like, yeah, I'm slutty. I'm very slutty. Yeah. Let's go fully slutty. I'm going to live my best slut life. I'm going to name my slut. I'm going to like put it on my profile. I'm a slut. Like, I was like, we just can't like, and I did that with like, with the whole like slur discourse as well. When people were like, you can't use that. I'm like, so I'm going to put that in my profile now. It's in my bio. Like, that's it. That's done. That's a thing now. Like, you can't, if you start telling bisexual people that they are something or they can't do something, they're just going to be like, yeah, so that's a thing. That's like, yeah, we're just going to lean heavily into that now.
A joke that I had at Bi Fest a couple of years ago was, I think it might have been Libby Baxter Williams who said this, was like, it's not that like, you have to be slutty to be bi. It just so happens that everyone in this room is a slut. If Libby Baxter Williams didn't say that, I'm sorry for slandering you, babe, but it sounds like something you'd say.
Oh, and I love that, like big bi energy. Like, I do think there is like, even though we do say there is no correlation between some of these things, I think bisexual people are just a lot more liberated in a sense, because we are very much going away from this sort of status quo, and since we're already straying from that, it's like, well, let's explore more stuff, let's enjoy this, and I think the bigger problem is the fact that all of that is painted as bad. It's like, it's not bad. Like, if we want to be slutty, why can't we? If we want to be polyamorous, why can't we? If we want to do all of this stuff, there's nothing wrong with it. It's your hang-ups, really.
Another strong meme generator is, speaking of like polyamory, Gab Alexa, who we had on our last episode. If you follow her Twitter, great meme content.
Always great meme content.
Are there any, like, so I've talked about gender fluid memes and bi memes. Are there any, like, Desi bi memes that you've come across, or like bi people of color memes?
See, I wish I've seen more Desi bi memes. I can't actually think of any, and I wish there were more. Maybe that's something I have to get on with, and like maybe we have to do like the indecisive bi meme, but Desi version or something like that. But no, I actually haven't really seen that many. I'm pretty sure Bis of Color have a few. But yeah, no, I wish would have seen more Bis of Color memes or anything along those lines. I have obviously seen like obviously people of color memes where we take the piss out of white people. So always my favorite thing. Like every single time something comes out, it's like, that's white people thing. And I do see a lot of like Desi memes about Desis like being late or like having like, it's just like jokes about food. Like like the number of times I've seen people like tweet their tier food list of like Indian foods, and then everyone's just like, what the fuck is this? Like I remember I saw like one of my friends tweeted something and I was like, listen, okay, I agree with like what you've done at the top there and what you've done at the bottom there, but I cannot forgive what you did to this one dish. Like, I'm so sorry that you've not been feeling great, and like I know you're going through something, but like when you get through it, we can have a talk. Like this isn't like, and then I'm not going through anything. I'm like, you definitely are going through something for you to have said that. Like,
yeah.
But no, I haven't seen any like crossover. That's something I need to search out actually.
By like Desi followers to send us some memes. Send Vaneet some memes. He needs them.
I'm gonna do like a call out on Twitter after recording this episode, and if I find any, then we're gonna like put them up on our Twitter feed.
And send me like your bi, because I love the crossover between like bi non-binary, bi gender fluid memes. So good. Send me all of those. I literally just came up on my Instagram, the one that you were talking about are you a boy or a girl? I'm dead. Like, I'm also very into right now on TikTok. There's a pirate trend. I did not know that so many bi people owned entire pirate costumes. I love it for us.
Like what's really great is, I don't know if you know Kelsey Ellison. They are a YouTuber and they do a lot of like LGBTQ plus stuff, and they identify as bi, and they have like I think it's a glass eye, so they get like the whole like, oh, are you a pirate joke all the time, and again they just like leaned heavily into it. They did a TikTok where they were just like, well, everyone keeps saying it, so here we go, and they put like a whole pirate outfit on TikTok and just like recorded them, and it was like so well done. It was just such a well done TikTok, and like they always blow up because like they blew up ages ago for Dancing Hermione. I don't know if you know Dancing Hermione.
Oh my god, that person!
Yeah.
Is it Bob?
Yeah. So they blew up with that. That's also a great meme, bisexual Bob. But like, they blew up for that, and I'm pretty sure like their pirate one blew up as well. But like, it's so funny, like how they just were like, "I'm a pirate," and I was like, "I hate this." Like,
yeah, people on TikTok who've made those videos, please tell me, did you just have a pirate costume lying around, or did you get one for the TikTok? Because there's a video of you. I can't believe that like everyone just. Is this something that we should own, Vaneet? Should we have pirate costumes?
I don't know. I feel like left out, honestly. I mean, I'm wondering if they got it for like Halloween or something, and just like, well, we're like, oh well, this is useful now. But like, yeah, I don't know.
We should start doing this all of our videos from now on as pirates.
Oh, we should just like change like each video. We should just be like a different meme
Yeah.
or a different joke. So like next time we'll just like sit really awkwardly in our chairs and just be like, right, we're recording the videos. We're gonna stay like this the whole time.
I mean, you say that as if we're not both sitting on the floor right now.
I'm not sitting on the floor. I'm sitting on a chair.
Oh, no way.
But like you will see every now and then I shifted my chair. And that's because I keep like doing this and putting my leg up or down or crossing them because I can't sit still. So
the other great like buy meme that I love on TikTok is well, they don't even say anything in the TikTok. There's just like music playing and they're just like rolling their jeans up and like cuffing their sleeves and stuff and like tucking their shirt in. I love that. I think that's so creative.
Well, do you have any other memes you want to add?
I'm not sure if they're buy memes, but like talking about like the power of memes as we were earlier, the power of memes, oh my god. There's this one meme that like lives in my head that was the reason I like felt okay with taking antidepressants long term. And it was just like, if you can't make your own serotonin, shop bought is fine.
Oh my god, I love that.
Sometimes I still say that to myself when I take my antidepressants in the morning. I'm like, I can't make my own serotonin, so shop bought is fine. I've seen a trans version of that a few times where it's like, if you can't make your own estrogen or testosterone, shop bought is fine.
That is incredible. I love that. That's amazing.
So I guess people should send us their fave buy memes. We all
Yes.
more.
We will definitely be doing a call out on our Twitter probably after recording this and also after this goes up. So send us your favorite memes and we'll like collate them in a thread, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
So yeah, this was a bit of a shorter episode because we're both exhausted from what's happening in the world right now. We're sure you're exhausted from what's happening in the world right now. And, you know, just look after each other, love each other, support each other. We're gonna get through this lockdown. We can do it.
We can do it. See you later.
See you later.